That is offensive, and I'm going to cancel it.
Oh no. I said retar, not with the D.
You just chew my gender, bro.
Go.
God, it's disgraceful. Is it me, or were you stuck on the pit graphic?
No.
I thought it was getting...
No, I'm hearing. Guys, look at that. Look at the W logo. I got the sponsors to work. Look at the W logo on the pit lane, guys. Holy shit. W? Can we PC mod? Oh, yeah.
I'm just frozen on the pit build at the moment.
Yeah, so am I. Yeah, that's how it works, usually.
If this game is broken, the one time we needed to...
Yo, what's poppin'? Who else is in the chat? Oh, it's probably posted. I just realized. Right then, did we get in Massey for this? Anyone's game froze. Oh yeah, okay. It's stuck on the pit. Oh wait, no. We're fine. Anyway, track map fully enabled. Everything should be good to go. Ew. Everything should be good to go here. We will have to wait a little bit longer just to make sure everything is truly good to go. You can see a Ferrari being one of the first to pull out of the pits. That will be the sole Ferrari of Jamie. Long since out of the title fight, to my own dismay. Jesus, the graphic is fucking huge.
Yes, I'm assuming this is just from your perspective, right? Oh yeah, it will be from your... whereabouts are these billboards? Because I can't see them.
Oh no, yeah, just on my end. It's just mine.
Yeah, let's take a look. What ones have you done? All of them?
Yeah, all of them. I put CRF1, CRF, you know. There's still some remnants, but obviously, you know. Yeah, you can see all, you know, Rogue Energy, all of that, NordVPN. It's very cool. Very glad I was able to actually do it. So yeah, who leads out of the pits? That will be an AlphaTauri. Just depends which one. Sea Tiger filling in for an absent... Who's the other McLaren driver? Exotic. Just quite funny, honestly. Doesn't want to race with us anymore, which is a bit of an L. Apparently people didn't like him, so he left. Anyway, Hops, championship quote-unquote leader, according to... the companion app, according to the companion app. He is a championship leader, so coming around the final couple... I said according to the companion app. How's that bias? Anyway. Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no. Yep. Let's do this thing into turn one. Let's see. What does he do? Absolutely kind of hits that curb very well. Gets it out of the exit. Ryan, how about you take this one? I'm very bad at actually commentating driving. Because, you know, I'm fucking washed.
Yeah, flat through there. Good traction. Very hard to keep that straight now. Braking point around 80 meters. Need to take good time to get good exit. Good throttle. Yep, good exit there. Definitely a bank collapse. See what we can do. He's got a good up here from, I believe, the Alfa Romeo ahead. So looking like he's got a lot of straight line speed in that car. So,
no, somebody who has won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix a few times before, even though on different games we've only... Yeah.
Off on that one. Yeah, we've got to stay far to the left here. Can't retract limits, and now will these cars ahead get out of the way? Come up here. Don't want to take too much curves. It will affect your braking. Keep it nice and tight. Looking pretty good. Don't run too wide. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely nailed that. Carried much speed. Now coming in. Two double right-handers.
You should be able to.
Perfect there. This is looking very, very clean lap. Now it's just going to be, you know, how far he's pushing, but looking very clean from Hop so far. Round the last two corners. Good here now. The run out the last corner, very critical here. Yeah, pretty much nailed to the line. 23.5.
Lovely benchmark there. 123.529. Jamie Kidd doesn't really get anywhere close. 5/10 behind there. The other AlphaTauri comes crossing the line. A couple seconds behind there. However, it's only about a tenth. Yeah, there we go. Flo instantly putting himself into the running. Hops taking a little bit of a early provisional pole position. Definitely way too early to tell if he can keep it. Especially with
Jackson's last sector right now on his lap.
Yeah, let's see this one. Going around the Twitch CRF banners and then the Nord banners, just doing his thing. It's very fun. YT, can I time him out? No. There we go. There we go. Now that is just a very banger lap. Definitely the work of a TT Merchants. 1:23.220 compared to Hops' earlier banker of a 23.529. Those times are only certain to get down, those times will only get lower as we continue to go on. So as Krigman actually puts his car in a very and I was just on board as we watched him fucking kill himself. A very solid P5 so far. Surely that won't last too long. Trix Jans with a 23.970, just outside, just into the 23s. Sorry. Yeah, not too good from him. Sea Tiger, very lovely effort with a 23.848. Just in that top 5 there. How long will that last, though? Dom, another one yet to set an actual lap. However, he's been irrelevant for the past few races. So, with slipstream from his Red Bull teammate. Both Bulls. Oh, wait, that's a McLaren. I'm fucking stupid.
He just biking a McLaren's toe on an out lap. Or an in lap, sorry.
Yeah. Wait, this is an in lap? Or?
Very deep.
Is this a time lap or what?
Yeah, I believe it's time.
Oh, they're definitely helping each other out. They're definitely helping each other out, and I suppose there's not too much wrong with that, right? A bit of an L, but anyway.
I don't know if there's anything illegal against it, but...
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. A little bit questionable when it's two separate teams, though.
Const is aboard his lap. He's gone in the pit. Devil appears to be final on 17.69 first step, come down that main straight, looking like he's carrying some speed, bro.
Compare that against the other times. Let's see if it's actually good. Anyway, coming across the final couple of corners now. A little bit of lag, unfortunately. And there is Dom's time. Here it is, a 1:24.125. Barely good enough for the top 10. Just in front of Inertia, though. It's a pretty decent effort.
63. What's the looking like?
Anyway.
Didn't tell me. It appeared to be pretty... Actually, no, this can't be a time lapse. It's only a minute now. It can't.
Is it?
I don't know. What?
No, it's not a time lapse.
He's too far down.
Yeah. Orlando.
I think he lost time somewhere.
I wonder why Cisco isn't racing, by the way. No, did you ever tell you?
I don't know.
No, that's unfortunate. No. He was a decent driver.
Good driver. Good on his day. I think got a podium there once.
Yeah, I think he did get a podium, but unfortunately he has decided to call it quits for the black Mercedes. No more. Anyway, we can see his still current-ish teammate, quote-unquote, Orlando here, definitely in the foray of silly season, blasting on down to turn, what is that? I should know. Turn 8.
Good call number.
Turn 6.
Good not see Orlando. I mean, it's very nice guy. Maybe not the fastest driver, but all around very nice guy.
Yeah, so, and I think he can extract some good results out of the car when he wants to. But
yeah, I'm sure I'm sure we'll see him popping up in Tier 2. Definitely a title rival for sure.
Exactly. No, he did get a seat. Remember for.
No, he lost it.
To who?
Yeah, he lost it. He lost it.
What happened there?
Did he? Oh wait, no, he didn't. He got another back.
Yeah, okay, he lost it. Yeah, he lost it, and then he came back.
These like post-final transfer moves have really been a real pain in the arse. All got triggered by one person.
Silly season tends to do that. It's very fun. Orlando with the 24.702 doesn't really change at all. It's not very good from someone who has been on the podium. I believe he has at least one podium, right? I think last season probably, but.
Well, he's been on the podium with me once. I don't know.
Possibly.
I think he's had one podium.
Yeah. Anyway, Timon, that's a P8.
Yeah.
24 flats, essentially. Very good. Anyway, let's go on board with Swacky. He almost dropped, just from personal insight, almost dropped. Ended up being retained by Haas for next season. So he has a lot of people to thank for his retention, I suppose. He has his team principal to thank for believing him. And he will be racing on for one more season at the very least. Next season, next game, which I'm very excited for in a couple of weeks' time. CRF1, Season 4. We're dropping 2022. Very excited for that. And in the very, very near future. So, let's keep watching on with Kantz here. And that's an aborted lap, right? No, that's an out lap. So, stick on with him for his actual lap here, right? Anyway, in the first corner, doesn't really nail the apex there, tries to get on the throttle as soon as possible. Here, I always tend to lose the rear, so it's always interesting to see whether drivers lift or not. I bet you could tell he did ever so slightly. Yeah, blasting on down into turn 4. I believe that's what this is. Turn 5, actually. Sorry. This is very definitely turn 5, and I'm getting all my shit mixed up. And down on the back straight, the first of 2. Dweezy gets into the P7 with a 23.943. Unfortunately, we missed that one, and just pushes Jamie out into the bottom 10. Dom out of the top 10 entirely now. Inertia in P12 in the pits. Dom does want to make up some time there, and so does Jamie as well, going into turn 5. I could not make up my mind for that one. Whilst Jack on an outlap, Hops on an outlap, AQ Flow is going to complete his outlap right now. So, let's stick with how far is Kantz? We'll come back to him. Flo is going to start his lap very, very soon, so let's see him as he crosses the Sector 1 line. And I believe that will be Inertia or Sea Tiger. No, that will be Inertia up ahead, so Inertia is going to definitely help him. As he comes out of turn 5. That is a 17.355, ever so slightly an improvement, just below a tenth of improvement there. And there's Inertia up in the distance. The McLaren holding himself up to give AQ Flow a slipstream to hopefully best Hops' chances of best Hops' attempt with that 23.529, which he hasn't bested since a little bit while ago.
Is he going to brake well?
I don't know.
Good braking there. Took a bit of curve there.
Definitely a decent effort.
Whereabouts is Jack? Jack is Jack's outside.
Look, McLaren absolutely giving him the toe of his life, and that is a purple second sector for AQ Flow, but it did disappear mysteriously, I imagine, for Inertia, who cut the corner.
He's off the rear. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
He's only off 10, not enough again. I actually don't think this toe's actually benefiting him at all.
It did benefit him. I will tell you, it did.
3 temps coming into the last sector. This is going to be next car across the line.
Ooh, this could be for a podium.
Pretty rapid. He could be a random challenger we did not see coming.
What do you bet? Oh, hit the wall a little bit. But what do you bet this might secure him in Aston Martin's seat? AQ Flow gets ahead of IHOPS. It was enough of an improvement in the final sector. IHOPS now has to fight for his life here. It's just about, according to the timing graphic, it's just about 0.044. Definitely not enough. It's not even a tenth, I believe, of an improvement enough. So
just hit that wall. Got him.
Oh yeah. So Sea Tiger, I don't think he improved, did he? No. No, yeah, like I said, the timing graphic might be... Oh, did he? Oh, that's very good. Very good of him.
He was 3 temps up, and then he hit that wall, which is a shame, because that would have put in front of Percy.
Guess so. Coming around the line, back into P2, just about a tenth down from Jack. AQ Flow's efforts definitely not worth for nothing, but they have not paid off in the long run. Will Inertia help him out once again?
He's 10 faster, coming through last sector now. It's going to be a stonking lap here, as long as it keeps him nice and neat.
Alright, come on the back straight, AQ Flow getting a oh wait, is this a... Ooh, Jack. You were talking about Jack and Percy. Dark horse.
Where did that come from?
I don't know why he's leaving, man. I don't know why he's leaving.
He's beating his teammate who's in the fight for the title. That is bizarre.
Do you think this could motivate him to try and negotiate a seat one last time? Because he's just on pace. Of course, that means I'll have to step back in for team principal at Ferrari next season, but... You know, I really wonder why Percy is, you know, trying to...
He deserves to be in the grid. For
real. Percy is a great driver. Anyway, Inertia into P7. Into P7 with a 23.858. Everybody up to P10. Everybody in the top 10 has broken into the 23s. Trickshan's being the worst of them all in with a .970. Not great. However, whilst Jack is the only one in the 22s so far. And it still stands as well. So, Percy Crawley, he can possibly do something about that later on. I'm not entirely sure how. That's 5 minutes to go in qualifying, just under. Hops is going to definitely try and have his run at another lap, and that's Percy in front of him. Oh, wait, no, that's a... Fuck, Oh, no, never mind. Hops is diving into the pits. Percy doing his thing. Is this an actual lap from Percy or not? No, it's an invalidated lap. So, any effort he did put into that is now gone to waste. Mr. Speedy 12 with a 123.819. Good enough for P7. Decent enough. I like it well enough. So, 123.819, as I mentioned earlier. P7 for him. Putting Krigman into the bottom 10. That does knock Trixjans out, by the way, of the top 10. Dweezy is the driver at risk here for the top 10, and Dom is just faltering again. I'm not entirely sure what happened to Dom, by the way. CRF Rexy will be paired up at McLaren alongside with KF1, who is yet to make his Tier 1 debut, I believe. I cannot recall him at all in a Tier 1 seat at any point prior to a couple weeks. So that's going to be interesting to see whether KF1 will actually have the pace to Firefighter P, as some of you might know him better, to actually challenge for, points, maybe podiums. Probably not podiums. That's a little bit too optimistic. C-Tiger going back out for another run here, and Jamie outside as well. Going out for another run just behind the McLaren. Not too many cars out on track at the moment. AQ Flow coming out of the pits here, and he's going to definitely go on for another run. Everybody's kind of pulling into the pits, so some of us may be coming out of it very, very soon. Hops is out of the pits now.
This is the final showdown.
Just absolutely.
There's only half a tenth in it, so it's going to be close.
I'm going to keep it on leader.
There's a hot thing getting a token from his teammate here, but to be fair, the teammate is actually doing better than him, so that's fair enough.
Still,
here.
Well, I do rate Percy, but I feel like he should probably start trying to play the team game.
At this rate, I think we all know that Percy will drop that position to Hops straight on starting, potentially, just to give him the thing, and then Percy will just back flow up, so...
Yeah.
Not legal. Completely reasonable. It's definitely the small way to play it. So, unless Percy, it'd be a shame because he really does deserve to have a podium in his name.
We just saw, by the way.
Game, that's the way to go.
No, Percy did get a podium. Remember? And
he's bottled all of them.
He's been on the podium at least once, right? I swear to God, he's been on the podium.
One podium. I feel like he's bottled like a million of them.
Percy in P10. Oh, he has one podium. No clue when it was, but he has one. One in the logs. Yeah, anyway, we just saw a little bit of a slip, by the way, from Hops. Could that be a sign of things to come? For people in the AlphaTauri camp, definitely don't want that to happen. Some people like Rexy as well definitely don't want that to happen. A lot of people definitely are on Hops' side for this one. If Flo wins out, all-out civil war, am I right? And we're here to hopefully prevent that. Right then, so Hops is on his lap. AQ Flow is into the wall, by the way, in Sector 1. Hops is going to be passing that one anytime soon. That could be a very well sign of things to come. As you kept on saying earlier, when dealt with under pressure, AQ Flow does have the tendency to bottle it. So, your words, not mine. And I'm just wondering how this is all going to play out, how everything is going to turn out for today. For this race, the final race on F122, definitely something that we have been wanting for a long time. 3/10 separate P1 and P2. Welsh Jack absolutely slapping it out of the water with a 22.968, trying to back himself up for somebody. Yeah, and I guess he's just trying to get a better launch off of the start. And to start his final pole position challenge, where he has it so far. Can Hops actually challenge for it, though? AQ Flow definitely not anymore. He will still... Hops is off the track, not in the wall, and so far... again.
Now this is interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Welsh Jack and Percy could definitely be in for... Or probably... Welsh Jack could be in for his second Grand Prix victory. Didn't he win again? He's won twice, right?
I actually don't know.
Jack. No, he's won once. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, because he got fucked in the last race, right? Yeah. So, hopefully Percy can win his last race for F122 before the new game comes out. It would be a good send-off for him. And that's qualifying over for our championship fighters here. Hops and... Is he?
Yep, it's not a pole time, but needs to get a bit up. P15, not looking good.
Is he going to be the next one across the line? Percy Crawley is coming into the pits, so he is going to be the next one across the line, followed by the McLaren of C-Tiger. We'll go on board with him in just a moment. Coming across the line, that is a 123.602, P6 for Dom. Just, C-Tiger's invalidated anyway, so let's go in for Trixjans in the Aston Martin. This full second off pole, invalidated as well. So coming with the Mercedes now, Timon Brackman And I almost thought that was going to be invalidated. I guess that's not track limits. Flat out through turn, the penultimate corner, and into the final corner, just to see the checkered flag. And that is P13. Definitely probably shouldn't have celebrated that one, but
I think the headline is Jack domination.
True. Jack.
He the race pace up because he's won that pace definitely faster in his race.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how everything will play out. It's very unfortunate Percy isn't racing. I might try and talk him into something. Lord knows there are teams with subpar drivers.
He deserves to be racing.
He really does.
Waste of talent.
I mean, if it's what he wants, it's what he wants. We'll respect it, but, you know, he really does deserve to be racing on this grid next season. And it's going to be really interesting as well to see how that grid shakes up. I know they're changing up the driving model, so it's just going to be really interesting overall. Qualifying is over. Lights out very, 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 very soon here for the final round of CRF1. Level on points. 2 retards fighting. Let's see how it's going to end.
Nice. Good intro, bro. You could really do lots of promo cuts like the UFC, bro.
True.
Do some ad reads on TV.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to take this time to remind you all that this stream is brought to you by 3D Wrap, the premier destination for all gear sim racing. Use code CRF5 for 5% off their entire catalog with the notable exception of the Ignition series. And along with that, we got Rogue Energy, 10% off if you use code CRF. Same for Dhabi Energy, 2 of the best gaming energy drinks out in the market right now. Use code CRF, as I might have said earlier. I can't actually remember. Fiverr, go to our affiliate link on our YouTube. And on it should be in our Twitch bio. If it's not, I need to change that. Along with NordVPN, it gets you about 10% off for both services. Definitely very good services. I highly rate them. Check them out. And I will see you in a minute, just as we get ready for the formation lap. So Ryan, predictions? Damn, Ryan ain't there. Oh.
I'm there. What's going on?
Predictions.
Shit. Jack win.
I can hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. Even I really know I want my team to win. I very much like Jack. So Jack win. And then I think the podium position would be Hops P2, Flo P3.
Yeah.
Considering the qualifying grid, because I just think that Percy will let his teammate pass, and then Percy will back Flo up. And honestly, I would not be surprised if they crash.
Exactly.
There's going to be some...
Exactly. Something bad is definitely going to happen. So my voice is ready. We're off at dusk here. Not just yet, but very, very soon. Let's do my little very, very quick grid rundown. So... take a breath for all you asthmatics out there. We got Jack from Percy, from Hops, from Flo, from Tiger, from Dom, from Rexy, from Devil, from Jamie, from Speedy. Ah, fuck, I fucked it up. Nice. I got the top 10, though. I got the top 10 before I fucking bottled it. Let's do it again. Jack from Percy, from Hops, from Flo, from Tiger, from Dom, from Rexy, from Devil, from Jamie, from Speedy, from Inertia, from Krigmit, from Timon, from Dweezy, from Trickstance, from Cons, from Swacky, and finally Orlando, 1.4 seconds off the pace. Oh, God. Very, very slow.
Right there.
Yeah, anyway, I'm very excited for how this race is going to turn out. There's your predicted pit stop strategy. Ryan could probably comment more on actual strategy that might take place during the race.
Yeah. So I was just going to do some analysis on the tire section of the top 3 here, actually including Flo. So we've got the only person in the top 3 not in the hard is Percy, which is definitely a attacking strategy here. Definitely is the right choice from an AlphaTauri perspective, because he lets his teammate pass, float on those hards. Those mediums are going to have a good pace advantage. So, yeah, definitely a strategic decision here from AlphaTauri to put the cars on alternate strategies. So Hops and on the hards with Flo. So it's just going to be trying to manage that first stint, but Flo here definitely needs to clear Percy quick. So,
exactly.
Yeah, let's see. And then Tiger behind P5 on the mediums with Dom behind on the hards. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what the pace is like.
And Hops is on, not Hops, Flo's on hards. So do you think Tiger is going to be a problem for Flo.
Yeah, I think C Tiger. I mean, it is Flo, but I think if Percy's backing him up, you know, there's always that threat there. But I think Dom should drop C Tiger before he causes any problems.
Exactly.
Dom hasn't got the best quality pace. His race pace is normally pretty solid.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Everyone's going to be jostling for position on the line as well, because Lord knows, shit's going to be going wrong as hell, you know what I mean? Because people want to close out the season right. People want to close out the season as finishing as high as they possibly can. And honestly, yeah, I'm just waiting for the incident.
Yeah, to be fair, I actually saying that I would like Percy to win, but I think he's just going to drop back.
True.
It'd be a shame though, because I definitely think he could.
Anyway, it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights for the final time here in CRF, and we are off and away here in Abu Dhabi, and it hasn't gone. Oh, and we're off here. Welsh Jack gets a pretty decent start. Percy Crawley is not going to jump him on the start. He does not let his teammate through. In fact, he actually seems to be playing a bit of an obstacle for him. AQ, Flo, C Tiger, they don't move around. Dom, though, is looking for a run on the inside of the McLaren. The McLaren defends wonderfully. And AQ Flo is going to drop down the order into P8, into P9, and possibly to P10. No, he's not going to lose that many positions. But AQ Flo's dropped down massively. C Tiger up into P4. Percy Crawley and Hops have inverted positions. Welsh Jack continues to lead the race as per usual. WCB Devil and WCB Devil and Dom are absolutely going out of their way to just try and kill each other, obviously. But looks like everything's done. Oh yeah, Jamie down the inside of C Tiger. Ooh. Oh, lots of contact around there. Red Bull goes into the Ferrari. Ferrari goes into the McLaren. Alfa Romeo gets in on that fight as well. Devil into P4. Down the inside of Jamie. Jamie gets the Dragon and seems to keep P4 for now. Does Dom jump Devil as well? And Devil falls all the way back down to P7. Down the inside of the McLaren and possibly in the Red Bull. He just needs to nudge his way into it. And Devil into the wall there almost. Almost. Devil is around, but not in the wall.
Took over Flo whilst Flight to back off there.
Exactly. So at the moment here, just from lap 1 alone, we are looking at Welsh Jack taking his second victory and Hops into P2. And that's obviously the advantageous position. Why is it lagging so bad? My game is lagging pretty badly. That's pretty unfortunate. I don't really know what's going on here. But for now, it's just contained to the audio and maybe slight frame rate drop. Anyway, yeah. So far, everyone's decently where they started. C Tiger's definitely eyeing up some positions, trying to get past that Red Bull who did take his P5 away. Jamie, though, absolutely like flying, by the way. Into P4, 5 positions up, and Flo, 4 positions lost. Our biggest loser, however, it has to be Devil so far, with our biggest winner being Jamie at the moment. That Devil 8 positions down from where he previously started. Pretty unfortunate stuff there. And up ahead, Dom was trying to get a move done on Jamie there. Out of the exit of turn 7. Yeah, out of the exit of turn 7, it looks like the Ferrari was getting a little bit squirrely, but it has. Jamie has picked it back up. Dweezy and Const there going side by side. Const having the inside line advantage. Dweezy ahead by the corner, actually. And it doesn't look like that's going to go much further for a little while. So yeah, Welsh Jack continues to lead the race with a 1.5 second gap. Hops and Percy Crawley P2 and P3. Jamie in P4. Dom in P5. The only other Red Bull that can actually help out Flo. And I imagine he might do so by any means necessary, though. I mean, he's not that loyal to his team, as obviously proven before. C Tiger in P6. Not really successful so far in chasing down Dom for P5. And at the moment, nothing really seems to be changing up.
Here, because Percy actually does have the pace here. Like, he's sticking with Hops, and even ahead of Jamie, looks like he's got a rapid pace, but he's not going to overtake him, which is a real shame, because this definitely could be a, real shame here.
Yeah.
Obviously playing team game, but he actually is looking faster than Hops, and he's on the medium tyre, so. But Jamie here is the car to watch from my initial opening. I reckon he's going to take Percy, because Percy will not overtake his teammate. So,
exactly.
It's pretty close with the slip room.
And I wonder how any of these people are going to play it. Obviously, they have their own races to, you know, drive. But a lot of people don't like Flo. I'll tell you that right now.
say this as well is going to Percy back in game up's going to.
Anyway, Trickstan's on. Sorry, Trickstan's on C Tiger. Trickstans has the run with DRS. C Tiger goes to the outside to defend, and it looks like the Aston Martin down the inside. C Tiger's able to keep with it though. He can swing back around the outside, and he has done so wonderfully. P6
Incredible.
for C Tiger and the McLaren. Trickstans does have to wait a little bit longer.
Jamie went back of Percy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Did he? That's kind of
Percy
funny.
Really backing them up now.
Yeah, a bit of a DRS train forming behind him.
Very slow. He's very slow. I don't understand why. He's yeah, not looking fast at all. He's kind of got a train now behind him where no one's on the pace.
Yeah,
I don't know if maybe his setup's not there with a hard tire, but.
And it's possibly going to be pretty bad for him, by the way, because Flo shares the straight with him. They're in the same sector. They're on the same piece of tarmac for all intents and purposes. So I don't think that's what Percy wants. And you can tell, yeah, Percy is trying to like claw back at Flo. Well, he's not trying, but he is clawing back at Hopps's lead of the pack at the very least. Whilst Jack with 2.4 seconds, absolutely dropping the AlphaTauri like it's an atomic bomb versus a coughing baby. Right. That was fucking violation. Anyway, Jamie almost trying to outbrake himself and go around the. Oh, okay, look at that. Percy getting his braking a little bit wrong. You almost thought that the Ferrari could get a run on him. So, yeah, look at that. DRS open for the Ferrari. Which side will he go on? Percy goes defensive. Jamie has to take the outside line. He's boxed in by both AlphaTauris. So I don't think Jamie will be getting past here. Percy takes his line wonderfully, just enough exit speed to warrant him staying in front, but it is getting to be much of a train behind these AlphaTauris. So you gotta wonder, could Hoff still lose this? You know, AQ Flow all the way back down in P8, of course, that's valuable points, but only if Hobbs is out of the points, you know? Just whoever finishes in front of each other, or if they both finish out of the points, you know, obviously Hops wins if they both finish out of the points, and at this point it's whoever finishes in front of each other, as I just said 2 minutes ago. So Kant's on the fight for his final point scoring position, trying to fight the Wheezy for that. That'll probably escalate a little bit sooner. Sea Tiger and who was that? Not Sea Tiger, sorry, but it was a Red Bull. Might have been, oh, Jamie off the track there. That might give Dom a little bit of a run. Going into ooh, Jamie getting his steering all wrong, dropping a couple of positions, and that is Dom up into P4, challenging Percy Crawley. This could be very good for Flo.
Is Percy now going to drop out of DRS, or is he going to get anything close in?
I don't know. There we go. You can take this one if you want.
Let's hope Percy keeps it clean.
In the back around there.
And the McLaren, he's going for it. Sea Tiger's.
He wants in on this.
Percy's gone off the track there to try to get a good run against Dom here. That was should really, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he got warning for that. He literally went straight off the track.
Possibly, and look at this. Percy on the outside of Dom, carrying lots of good speed. However, Dom places his car wonderfully and also gets good speed as well. And that is, again, I don't think Percy is getting that one back anytime soon. That's left Dom right for the taking. I mean, Hops right for the overtaking. And I don't, you know, Dom is in the ultimate position here. I know they're all in the party. Inertia and Inertia, somebody else. Oh, Zach's not racing today, so.
Just big injector from the Ferrari press machine now.
Anyway, look at this. Hops and Dom. One challenging for the championship, the other in a very good position to possibly help out his teammate Dom from a very bad P14 or whatever, picks it back up to P6 or P5 or wherever he was before, P6, yeah, and now in the challenge for P2 and possibly could help his teammates secure the world title. 3/10 away from Sea Tiger, 4/10 away from Sea Tiger. AQ Flow sits in P8. Could this change anytime soon? Yeah, it does have a run on Sea Tiger, by the way. McLaren goes to very defensive very quickly, down and down into turn 6. Defensive on McLaren there, but I think AQ Flow just has it down the inside, and McLaren goes a little bit around, does make contact with Rexy, goes in the back of him in the top 10, and just horrible stuff. But AQ Flow is, there we go, these two are fighting. These two are absolutely just scuffling it out here. Hops goes defensive with Dom sticking right behind him, and Dom is already proving to be a thorn in the possible world champion side. It's too early to call him that yet, but it's looking very likely. WCB Devil 3-second time penalty, the first skill issue of the day here. AQ Flow back into P6, by the way. Only 1.1 seconds away from Trixjans. How much will Hops' pace deficit be of an advantage to Flow? I wonder. 4.4 seconds, Jack has just dropped these cunts. Look at this. Absolute craziness. Anyway, 1:12 p.m. by the way over here, 8:12 p.m. over there. You're going to be staying up a little bit for this one, especially the fallouts of whoever wins the championship. I mean, it is Northern Irish, so if you're rooting them based on nationality, you have both of them to root for. Anyway, Jamie in the top 5, and Percy Crawley lost a couple positions there. Definitely has a bit of a run on Dom, though, so this could get very exciting very quick. Dom has a run. Oh, no, it doesn't, but Percy has the really good run on Hops. I mean, fuck. Percy has a really good run on Dom and tries to go around the outside. He's going to stick his car where he needs to be. Dom is forced to give space, and Percy just hits that curb. And oh no, into the wall. Oh dear, into the wall. P5 as Flo's taking the Ferrari, getting in the way of Percy there.
Yeah,
and that could be very bad.
Alongside there. I don't think Percy was alongside enough for the room to be told there.
Yeah.
So wait and see what they should say there, but again, it looked like Jamie just had a really good run, and Percy just pushed him off the track, and then looked like a lot of wheels there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 5-second time penalty for ignoring. You can do that? That's real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Anyway, yeah, it's looking like Red Bull might take the CC, but no one fucking cares about the CC anyway. So, Dom in P3, P2, just behind Hops. Trixjans in P4, just ahead of AQ Flow. It's really, really nerve-wracking to see how this is all going to wrap up. Lap 8 out of 29. What a race. It's only lap 8. Wow. What a race so far, and it's only lap 8. I already feel spent. Like I've spent like 1,800 fucking minutes commentating over this. Anyway, Dom in P3, 0.756, whatever. Just about 7.5 tenths behind Hops. This could be really beneficial for AQ Flow here, who all he has to do is wait for Dom to get in front, and the race is still very much on, by the way. Lap 8 out of 29, just as I said earlier. It's definitely not dragging. Definitely not dragging. It's all gone by like a blur. Anyway, Dom has a very decent run on IHOPs there. So, DRS open for the Red Bull. You get this far crowd zoomed out shots. Not much ground gained on the AlphaTauri, which is decently unfortunate. Kantz and Krigman in P6 and 7. Can't believe Krigman was actually a driver for next season, and then he came back, and then he dipped, and then he came back. I don't even know what's the deal with this guy. Anyway, Kant's behind Krigman there. Might want to... I wonder where he is in the DC. Who knows? Dom has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. This could very well affect how this all plays out. AQ Flow needs to be ready to capitalize on this, but it really doesn't matter so long as Hops is in front of Flow. So, perhaps this will give a little push for Hops there to drive a little bit more. 5.1 seconds between himself and the lead there. Welsh Jack just flying away to pick up his second Grand Prix victory very, very soon. And we're going to see new world champion very, very soon.
Yeah,
Hops. Yeah.
Insane.
Jack is just driving his ass off, and you can really tell. Dom still not making any significant ground. IHOPs, however, Flo suffering from the same issue. Trixjans is about just under a second from the Red Bull, so we're just gonna have to really wait and see how this all plays out. Yeah, you can see the Red Bull does have DRS there. Really go. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, it was not.
Yeah, Hops has got the factory reserve here. But Dom's had to cut his way through the field, whereas Hops has just been out front charging, so it's going to be a big battery difference here. But Dom's looking like he's got the... He looks faster. He does look faster.
I wonder how much the ERS is going to... Yeah, I do wonder how much the ERS is going to, play into effect here. I imagine he doesn't really want to... Because Hops is already kind of slowing himself down, right? So I imagine he's not necessarily too keen on, waste...
I think intentionally, because Jack out front is at 75%. I think they're just those hard tires just are not working for Hobbs. It doesn't look like he has confidence on braking.
Oh, he is on hards. Everyone's on hards.
Being on board with him. Just the braking just not looking confident from him. So I think the medium tire definitely going to be more more accustomed to the setup. So let's wait and see. But
Yeah.
just
So
need to
you.
hold off here. And to be fair, having Trickjam behind Dom definitely a positive for Hops here, as long as Trickjam doesn't make a move on him. Because
Yeah.
Dom under pressure here.
And Devil on Rexy, by the way. Devil goes down the inside of the Williams, squeezing him off the track there, as you can see. Bit of an L move. Percy Crawley steals the fastest lap away from whoever had it previously. Down in 15th place, where he definitely should not be. It's very unfortunate that that accident took them both out. But I suppose Percy did win over by getting in front of Jamie anyway. Anyway, Dom P3 still 1 second between himself and the AlphaTauri. That's not good. He was only about 3-something-ish tenths before. And I think he's falling off now. Hops has used ever so slight amount of battery, so I guess, yeah, I wonder what these two are doing.
Hops there too. Just drain, just to keep Dom out of the DRS here.
Yeah.
Close coming into the first sector for that straight.
Yeah, so
yeah,
AQ.
very smart on there.
Yeah, AQ Flow 1.4 seconds behind Trixjans. Again, he's also using battery, and you can see him catching a little bit of a slip here. I believe the entire top 5 is on the hard tire. Yep, the entire top 6 is on the hard tire. Everyone else below them, except for Jamie, Inertia, and Deckmaster. Lovely effort, by the way, for P18. Yeah. Who, baby girl? Anyway. Yellow flags back in Sector 3, and that's Dweezy. How unfortunate. He didn't get to participate in the final race, and it doesn't look, of Season 2, his final race for Ferrari, and it doesn't look like it's going to end any better here. And, okay, Dom in the pits, I believe? Or was that an incident? Oh, Dom's getting overtaken by Trixjans, and I completely missed that one, and he's bumped into the back of Trixjans as well. Trixjans spinning just so that didn't really matter for either of them. Dom in P4, Trixjans gets ahead. It's an Aston Martin 1-3. I wonder how that's happened. Oh, well, obviously, Dom kind of messed up the braking there. So with a run on the Aston Martin, ooh, that's a little bit dangerous there. Down the inside, these two almost make contact again. They're not in good spirits with each other at all. So these two continue to go side by side. Who's going to come out in front? Dom's still sticking his wheel where it needs to be. Trixjans has that corner advantage and is ahead of the Red Bull here. So I wonder, is AQ Flow going to make him, I wonder. Do you think AQ Flow is going to try and, okay, fuck it. You're not where I need you to be. Let me just go out on the charge myself. Do you think AQ Flow is going to do something like that? I love talking to no one. Anyway, you can see here, Dom on Trixjans. These guys are definitely getting pretty heated up. Jack leads the race by about 5.2 seconds. Kant goes into the pits, by the way. Both Mercedes boys in the top 10 as well. Not because of the pit stop, I don't believe. Anyway, AQ Flow and Dom. Yeah, let's just. Oh yeah, Mr. Speedy and Jamie. These guys are fighting pretty. Never mind. Never mind. Anyway, Dom and Trixjans. This is the story of the week here. One Red Bull does have DRS, so it's going to be enough for a run down the inside with a dummy move as well. Dom into P3. Does he keep it though? DRS has been awarded to Trixjans for this back straight. And now, with a run on the Red Bull, the Aston Martin picks the inside line. He's going to squeeze Dom out of it and is ahead going into the corner here. AQ Flow going past into turn 4, and he's almost down the inside. He's forced his way down the inside. Trixjans does not falter, though. And Trixjans is still ahead by the corner end. And that, yeah.
It's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, Hops is just absolutely falling off, but it looks like Trixjans has built enough of a gap between himself and AQ Flow. How much is Hops' battery at? It's pretty good. AQ Flow cannot, neither of these drivers in the top 5 can really say anything except for the top 2. Say anything about good ERS management. Jack is just flying away with the race lead, and just, it's magnificent even. I can't wait to see him pick up his second race victory. Well-deserved, very much well-deserved. AQ Flow coming on down. He's definitely going to start hunting for Trixjans, and that'll only put him one position away from the AlphaTauri of iHops. So I'm just excited to see how this all turns out. It's going to be very, 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 very fucking exciting. I'll tell you that right now. And just as AQ Flow does pick up DRS, it's looking like he's going to get a run on the Aston Martin very, very soon. I did get a little bit hyped up for nothing, but can't say the same anymore. Hold up. very, very soon here. AQ Flow is going to get a very, very good run on Trixjans. This could be detrimental towards Hops' championship challenge. In P2 at the moment, he just has to, has to keep it there. Hops is getting Flow. Jake is getting ever so closer to Trixjans, though. He can see the rear slip out a little. He has to correct a little. And that Red Bull is absolutely flying. He's on a mission. This is 209 points. The AlphaTauri, you could just barely see it going out of the view there. And yellow flags for an Alfa Romeo. That will be Dweezy retiring in the pits, I believe. Pretty unfortunate stuff. Not the way to send off F122. Well, I mean, might be. It's kind of poetic even. Anyway, you can see the Alfa Romeo in the pits there, I believe. Yeah, I think the Alpha is in the pits. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, Hops, 6.8 seconds behind Jack and Flo, is not making any... He has made significant ground, that'd be an understatement, but it looks like he's kind of losing it here in the first sector, I suppose, because he might have a higher downforce setup, maybe. Ryan, did you want to say something? Ryan? Okay, never mind.
Not close enough to ask.
Oh, yeah, there you are. Alright, let me promote the stream where we need to, by the way, because,
Oh, yeah.
This is a very good race. This is a very good race. Oh, I didn't, okay. I'm just gonna put good race and ping everybody again. Because you like getting pings, don't you? Anyway, P4 AQ Flow then, about a half second behind Trixjans, not making any real ground on him. And I'm really wondering, as we approach the halfway point of this race, it could kind of be, it could. I don't think it is, but it could be over for AQ Flow here.
I think investing's back here. I would keep an eye here because the Red Bull of Dom, I'm assuming here Tyrus, you've got him very early here. Now depending on how much time you can gain, because Hops just doesn't appear to have the pace, he was only 2.5 seconds behind on track time, so depending on what lap Hops boxes here, he could end up behind
Dom. AQ Flow, a little bit of slip. Sorry.
Oh yeah, look, out of DRS.
Yeah, that's put him out of the contention. Oh no. For the DRS zone? Okay. He might be in it. We just gotta wait and see. Did he get it? No, he didn't get it. Okay, that slip put him out of contention in DRS. He did claw it back, but it was too little too late. AQ Flow in P4, about a second away from Trixjans. He'll get it back here, should he have a really good corner here. However, now the Trixjans... Okay, no, yeah, he's gonna get it back. There we go, keep it on the curb, and that is DRS open for the Red Bull. Gonna try and claw back everything he had before. Let's see, Percy Crawley just outside of the points here. A little bit of a DRS train is forming behind Sea Tiger in that McLaren. So as Timon Brackman, he goes on the defensive. Brackman on the outside here. And these two just kind of touch a little bit, and you can tell Sea Tiger's trying to play this very aggressive. However, Timon is forced to use the escape road, and Sea Tiger is definitely not compensated for that. I wonder if he will be, though. Gets a very, 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 very good run on the Mercedes here. And down the inside, there we go. That's the aggression that you really need in these final stages. Not final stages, but, It's getting good, AQ Flow does go into the box.
Look, bro, the motor's going out.
Jesus.
Wow. Oh, geez, this
side by side, this is good. This is very good racing. Ooh. Percy trying to get us.
Didn't have enough patience. Oh my, the Haas. Here comes Cons.
No way. No fucking way. Oh, Percy. Oh no, and that's another. Oh, you could see there. I think that might have been inertia as well. Some car was in the wall. Almost in the wall. Yeah, I know. I tried to comment on that, and then you put me back in the Mercedes. So Flo has gone into the box for new mediums, and
so Hop should box this lap? Question mark?
Possibly.
Let's extend here. He's deploying the battery.
Oh, I think this might be an in-lap then. This very well could be an in-lap. Jack, 8.1 seconds out. Jack has used a little bit of battery as well since we last checked up on him. And going in through the 3D wrap section, sponsored by NordVPN, by the way. Yeah, you can see Brackman and Sea Tiger. Ooh, Sea Tiger.
Oh,
Brackman.
Shit.
Ooh.
That's just a bit too much aggression.
And that is not good for them at all. I'm surprised they didn't bring out the safety car, crashing in on the main straight, not on the main straight, but on the back straight. That was very bad for the both of them. Oh yeah, there we go. Hops and Trixchance in the pits here. AQ Flow, this is the run of his life. Could he possibly get it here? We could see AQ Flow overtake. It's a very long pit lane. Hops only gets his only starts his pit stop now and only leaves it now. Hops is going back on the main street. Ooh, AQ Flow with the 3-second time penalty. Could he get that appealed with no evidence whatsoever? I'm kidding. Anyway, yeah, we can see there. Dom gets in front of Hops. AQ Flow in turn 1 now. Will he get in front of the AlphaTauri? And almost. It is not meant to be, but he is right where he needs to be. Hops just gets out in front of the Red Bull. But will the pace deficit come back to haunt him? Hops does have some decent ERS. Flow has wasted most of it in the efforts of the Purple Sector 1. And look at that, absolutely draining the battery here. He does have no, he doesn't have DRS. That's surprising. I think Hops got it, right? No? That was weird. Anyway, AQ Flow on iHops. The championship battle we've been waiting for. AQ Flow's going to get DRS. What's going to happen here? Hops, I imagine he's not going to have any sorts of, qualms with crashing in the Flow here. So, Flow gets a really good run. Hops goes down the inside. Can he keep it? Can the AlphaTauri keep it? Yes, he does. That is lovely racing. Does Flow go for a switch? Fuck you. Kill yourself. The AlphaTauri keeps it here and just goes on the defensive for good measure, though. This is going to be the fight he has been preparing for all season. AQ Flow is on the very back of him on slightly older mediums. Very unfortunate for the Red Bull there. And P6, P6 is... It was Devils for the taking, and then Devils spun.
I think Jack's clear by country mile.
Exactly, bro.
Brilliant. I know we've got these fights, but Jack, brilliant drive. Absolutely just...
No, he's absolutely just slapped this one out of the park. Just lovely effort from him. It's a very good drive. It really is. Anyway, iHops and Flow. Battle of the battle. This is the story here. Absolutely on the back of that AlphaTauri. Rear wing open for the Red Bull now. Hops pulls defensive here. He's going to really want to get everything he can get, and I wonder, is anybody's going to start playing DRS chicken? Because probably not towards the later stage of the... Not until the later stages of the race. Because I suppose that's when it's really going to start to matter, right? Anyway, AQ Flow on the back of the AlphaTauri here. DRS open. Hops is going to keep that inside line, but it doesn't look like... I wonder, Hops keeps it defensive, very much so similar to how he did last time, and Flow does not get as good of a run as he did before. So it looks like Flow does stay behind the AlphaTauri. Could he go for a dive bomb soon enough? Possibly towards the later stage of the race. Hops does get a pretty shitty exit, forcing Flow to get a pretty shitty entry.
Smart back from Flow here. This is drained Hops' battery here. Hops is down to 15%. Still a little bit of advantage, but he's
it's not noticeable anymore.
Flow does appear to have the superior pace here. So this is going to be interesting. But can Flow build the 3-second gap? That's the big question here.
Yeah, and I imagine...
Play for, but looking Hops at the advantage.
Yeah, and I imagine Dom... I almost kind of wonder why Dom hasn't tried to drop himself back, because Hops is getting DRS from this. And even then, he's getting a little bit of a better run on Dom as well. So it's kind of concerning. Jack has a 3-second time penalty, and that kind of evens out the playing field for P1, by the way. So you really do kind of wonder what's going on here. Flow does have a 3-second time penalty, but, I don't know how that's really going to be judged, he really had to go get a 3-second time penalty just so I couldn't definitively say, AQ Flow's the champion, or Hops is the champion. I couldn't definitively say it. Fuck you, Flow. Kill yourself. I hope you win. Anyway. Yeah, so Hops with a very, very good run on Dom here. Doesn't look like it's going to really result in anything. However, he's definitely getting himself where he needs to be. Hopefully putting a car between himself and AQ Flow. 209 points between the two of them. Somehow, Hops has done a very good job of not attaining any skill issues, or acquiring any skill issues, or
Well, he's got no supermarket behind him, bro.
Yep. And that's how you get time penalties.
Super cool. what do you call like big like what do you call like Target and stuff like that? Walmart? What do you call it? Like superstore? Or like
Superstore. It depends. Target can be a superstore or big box store, and then supermarkets are like Savers, HEB for my fellow Texans.
So we're like supermarkets for like all our big chains. So.
Yeah, I feel like Tesco, right? That Tesco's more like the Walmart equivalent.
Yeah, Tesco's kind of like the Walmart.
Anyway,
for
Hops has gotten a very good run on Dom, by the way. Might I mention, DRS will be open for the AlphaTauri here. Dom goes defensive. Hops is going to leave with that outside line. Will it really matter, though? It looks like Hops is ahead by a full car length by the time they get into there, and Dom desperately wants to get that position back. AQ Flow moves in for it. They touch ever so slightly. Definitely not going to be the first time they touch all race. 9 laps to go. That championship for Hops is looking ever more possible as they keep going. And this is the second time, by the way, the second time in a row championship has been won from a second place, if it continues like this. There was Jamie last season, and he won Saudi Arabia, so it didn't really matter. So yeah, in the very first season, by the way, all the way down to P9, by the way, double world champion in P9, gonna lose his crown today. Pretty decently unfortunate for him. Pretty decently unfortunate for him. Hops, 7.5 seconds off of Welsh Jack. My God, not going good for. Well, it's going actually wonderful for Jack. He's just fucking slapping that bitch about. Anyway, Hops. Sorry. Flo and Dom. These guys are doing pretty good, right? 0.8, just about 9/10 between himself and his rival. These two guys they have to give it, Flo has to give it his all, Hops has to give it his all. There's that slight battery advantage that you were talking about earlier, P2 and P3. Yeah, you can see here, Hops does go a little bit defensive there, just trying to break the slipstream. And there, Icky Flo, 4/10 back from the AlphaTauri. And I wonder if this gap is going to grow. So let's see. We're going to gear up for another overtaking opportunity, possibly here on the back straights. Heading on down into like turn 8 or whatever. Right, this actually will be turn 8. Okay. Anyway. Oh! Wow, okay, so, maybe, yeah.
Flow slow down there, yeah, flow slow down there.
Yeah, so I guess.
That's not this position.
Wait, so, who's at fault? Would you say?
I don't know if it was lagging like crazy.
That's pretty unfortunate. I mean,
I Hops went early and Flo went late, and it just kind of screwed it. But
yeah, I think Hops was going ever so slightly. Honestly, no, Hops was pretty decently-ish normal. Possibly with that little. Yeah, but
like I don't think that's too much a problem purely because Flo didn't take the position. If Flo overtook, then yeah, that's fucked. And to be fair, I think if anything, Flo's probably the lose there from damage if he has any, which I can't see visually, but he could have minor.
Yeah, it really just depends how much we see the AlphaTauri drop the Red Bull here. 8.7 seconds, by the way, for the lead gap. Oh my God. Jack pulling out a wonderfully dominant victory. But let's just pretend like he doesn't exist for now. Yeah, we're not going to pretend until like he exists for another like 7-ish laps. 7 laps really do determine everything, huh? Inertia and C-Tagger do swap positions, I believe, in the pits. No, they swap positions on track. So yeah, AQ Flow, DRS open once again. How is it going to be like exact same what happened again? I don't know. Yeah, so AQ Flow getting very close to IHOPS. I suppose he learned his lesson. But I guess he wasn't close enough to really put that. Oh, a little bit of slip as well. This could be very bad news for AQ Flow. The clock is ticking. It is ticking fast. It's ticking down. Oh my God! This could all go very wrong. You can see a Williams there, CRF Rexy, or possibly Degmaster. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Degmaster. Oh yeah, a Williams crashing at the corner that defined the 2021 championship as we're on. And that is inertia. Yellow flags in Sector 1. It has not brought out the safety car. It has not brought out the safety car, thankfully for a lot of people. I wonder, though, if we did get a 2-lap shootout, who would actually be come out on top here? Welsh Jack would have his lead diminished, and you can see he's coming up to lap the McLarens here. He's already lapped one of the Mercedes. And yeah, good job, by the way, Lost Jack, just fucking flying. Anyway, AQ Flow, once again, 5/10 back down from the AlphaTauri. It's lap 23 out of 29. 6 laps of racing to go, 6 laps of racing left on F122 for probably one of the most exciting championships to actually go down to the wire. It's been a lovely season so far, for as bad as this game is. Oh, and that is a full safety car! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, Deckmaster has brought out the full safety car, by the way. I wonder how that happened. And, 4 laps. That, you know what that means, Ryan? 4 laps of pure racing action. From lap 26, 7, 8, and 9. Those 4 laps decide everything. Hops is on you really do wonder. These guys are just going to try and react to each other. Jack's lead, unfortunately, is gone. And look at this. Hops stays out. Flo is going to dive into the pits. You can't do it. Oh, no. Hops has stayed out. Flo's gone into the pits. This could be everything. This could be everything. AQ Flo on lap 24 has gone into the pits. And he's not even going to come out behind the lapped Williams. So, Ryan, how do you feel? Oh, he's on the softs. Yeah, he's on the softs. So, I mean, Hops takes the lead of the Grand Prix. AQ Flo.
The real question is now is Jack needs to clear this house, and is how, you know, yeah, this is a risky strategy, because I think if you were Hops, you should have. I think what Flo's done is just copy Jack's strategy.
Yeah.
So Hops. I don't think there's enough laps. I just don't think there's enough laps.
It's not, especially with Jack and Krigman as well. And like, yeah, I just don't see it happening. I do see it happening. I can. Hops being on, you know, of course, the pace deficit mediums.
I think Jack still wins. I think Jack still wins, but I don't think Flo's gonna have enough laps to pull a 3-second gap.
Yeah. But again, it really just depends who finishes ahead of each other. Hops can finish P3, and Flo can still be in P4 as long as Hops is in front of Flo, as long as Flo is in front of Hops. That's your title.
We'll have to wait and see what 3 seconds before, but I'm assuming they were just normal cuts, so I'm assuming we won't get anything removed from them. But yeah, the 3 seconds really going to be the title decider here.
Exactly. Well, I mean, on track, I guess I'll specify that on track, as long as we'll see.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of what's going on with Flo, so I don't know. Could just be normal track limits, but
possibly. We will see very soon. So, AQ Flo, story of tonight. P4 after a pit stop, and Hops does lead away the Grand Prix. Hops is elected to stay out, and I believe he probably could have come out ahead of Flo as well. On softs, if he did go in, Krigman would have been his only like real competition. Would have been behind Jack. You know, you really gotta wonder. Infinite different possibilities to how this could have played out. That crash earlier, that contact rather between the two, that could have decided the championship right then and there. You know, Flo could have been taken out by that. You know, should damage have permitted. Hops could have been taken out by that because, you know, this game is weird. It is just... I called this as well. Oh man, I wonder what that Williams is doing. Might cause a safety car. Uh-oh. And so yes, just like in 2021, a safety car caused by Williams has thrown the championship right up in the air. I don't know. Man, this shit is wild.
Real Abu Dhabi situation. We have a lap McLaren in the middle of this front four. Yeah, there's a McLaren in between.
Exactly.
And Jack. Who that McLaren is it? I think it's inertia. It is inertia.
Is it inertia? Okay. So he's probably gonna help Flo get some slipstream or some DRS at the very least. I imagine.
I think it's one of the soft. To be honest, I don't think there's any gain from a. Yeah, there's no benefit because Flo will lose time in the first sector.
I suppose. You really, I mean, you kind of do think any benefit is real benefit, right? You know what I mean?
I think the lap car is giving up positions now.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Is it in this lap or no? No, it's not. Is it?
Next lap.
No, it's not. The car's not close enough, are they?
Well, yeah, they're all bunched up, but oh, wait. 26, 27, 28, 29. It might be in this lap. I don't... It was... Yeah, no, okay, next lap. 3 laps of racing action, even. Flo kind of fucked it.
Yeah, that's not enough.
I really do think Flo fucked it.
Right into...
I mean, Krigman... like check what Krigman's been lapping at, if you don't mind, because I think that really can help just like paint a picture of what's going to be happening. Obviously, Jack is just going to fucking.
Krigman's lapping a 126, 127.
Compared to Hops, what's he running?
In a 126, 127, 127, 126. Oh shit! Okay, right. Big line of fire.
It's decently close.
Decently, a good launch here.
Close.
I mean, to be fair, but I can imagine the verbal abuse coming his way. If he crashes Hobbs, that would not want to be him. So I'm assuming he plays safe here. But yeah, these 3-second pace, Jack and Flo. I mean, Jack, real shame as well because Jack's just so dominant. This edge card's really fucked it for him. Yeah.
Anyway, it's just I think this race ends at like what 1:55 or whatever, or 8:55 possibly, maybe 9. No, not 9. Not that much.
I think this is a Hops title here. It's Hops is to lose. Hops has got less than a chance. You know, he's got enough cars ahead and 3 seconds. It's gonna
exactly. It's an uphill battle for Flo. It really is. God, imagine if we got the photo finish. You know what? We might still. I'm gonna commentate it on track as if it is. So, and then I'll like record a line. Oh, safety car in this lap announced at the exact place it was in 2021, just for dramatic effect. So, Hops is gonna take us away on 9-lap-old mediums. Krigman followed right behind on 8-lap-old mediums, and Welsh, Jack, and Flo on 2-lap-old softs. Rexy and Jamie, they're going to probably build up a train behind him if they don't get overtaken by everybody else. So, we're watching the front here. This is it for F122. And personally, I think it's been lovely.
Rexy does Max snapping shit on Flo at the moment, bro. He's trying to get alongside Flo to slow him down on this restart.
Yeah. It's going to be really hard to... yeah, look at that. It's all the way back there. That's Flo. You can see it in the background. It's not going to go well. So as Hops is still warming up his tires, coming out of the final corner, we are green flag racing again in CRF1. You can see there AQ Flo and Jack, they're obviously having the pace advantage on Krigman. Jack is already all up on the back of the Haas there, so the Haas podium could be definitely out of the question here, but Hops with a 7/10 gap, it's looking like it's his title. CRF Rexy there with a P5. That he's worked decently hard to get, and Jamie, look at this. Oh, 3 abreast going into turn 5 here, and he has lost out big time. Dom into P6 with Trixjans taking over. Just as I say that, Dom, though, getting a little bit of oh, these two are touching a lot. And I'll say that right now. Welsh Jack has gotten past Krigman. That's opened the door for AQ Flo. This little scuffle. Krigman and Jack touch. And look at this. AQ Flo has to kind of back out to make sure he doesn't like die.
The brake there, trying to hold the position here. He's done some very questionable driving there.
Yeah, and look here, AQ Flo with the overtake on Krigman here, and it's almost three wide going into this turn, and Krigman is outside of the podium here. Look at this. This is, oh man, I'm excited to see how this turns out. IHOPS P1 for now.
Wow. What a move.
Uh-oh.
That was brilliant. Trick down on the inside that, so you probably missed that. Didn't say no to that.
Yeah, so as we kind of predicted, it looks like the softs have absolutely dropped the mediums. But how is this going to turn out here? It's Hops' title to lose now. 10-lap-old hards. Wait, 10-lap-old mediums here versus 4-lap-old softs. And look at this, Jack is in front of AQ Flo. Jack could really be the deciding factor between...
I don't think Jack can push it as a friend of Hops. I'm assuming he will challenge, but I don't think he can do anything risky here.
Yeah, next season, this does... Oh, down the inside goes AQ Flo on Welsh Jack. And it is all in vain, unfortunately. Looks like it hasn't necessarily worked out. However, it has given Flo a very decent run on Jack here. So as Jack gets a really good run on Hops, of course Flo benefits by proxy. And then going into turn 6, Devil has been disqualified, by the way. Terrible weekend for Alfa Romeo. However, look at this. Lap 28 out of 29 is the penultimate lap. AQ Flow is getting a slight run on Jack, but it's not enough. It really is not enough here. And look at this. Jack is just still staying behind Hops. Obviously, as you said, a friend, AQ Flow, oh dear, this could be it. This could be it. AQ Flow lost a lot of ground, and he's definitely going to struggling to get that back. C Tiger with a 3-second time penalty. What was a very good performance, it did end up falling apart for him. Very unfortunate, but let's keep our eyes glued to the front of the field. Final lap of F122 in 3, 2, 1. There we go. This is the final lap. DRS enabled once again, and you can just see here is the sweat just flying fucking off of all three of these drivers. Hops competing for his first title in CRF, and so is Flo. So as Hops just drives away here, taking a very defensive line, right open the door for Flo. Flo goes down the inside and tries to get ahead of iHops. He does get ahead of iHops. Flo is in the lead of the race here. Flo takes the lead of the race on lap 29, the final lap. iHops gets a very good run, and he is back in P1. What's Flo gonna do? What is Flo gonna do? Oh, what happened to Jack?
Safety car.
Oh my God! No safety car. It can't. It can't come out at all. So okay, let me take the final lap here. Here it is. AQ Flow on iHops. Softs versus mediums. 5-lap-old softs versus 12-lap-old mediums, and it looks like Hops is getting a very good run as well. And here it is. Flo's last chance. Flo's last fleeting chance, and he does mop the AlphaTauri ever so slightly. There's contact, and it doesn't look like anything's happened. Hops still stays ahead of AQ Flow for now, and going into the final few sectors, AQ Flow is desperate, and I mean desperate, to get ahead of the AlphaTauri. Lots of contact between him, the Aston Martin, and the AlphaTauri. There's one corner left, and it's not going to be enough. Hops clears the penultimate corner. You can see a stranded Haas, and there's one corner left. That's it. This game is over. Hops is your new champion today. There we go. Just in front of Trixchance.
Crashed into Flo across the line.
That could be pretty bad for the CC as well. And that's my voice gone. Oh, wow.
Absolute shot.
Yeah. So, I hope it didn't short out the mic.
CC here.
I hope it didn't fuck up the mic. But that is it. That is it. I don't think it can be reversed. I don't think anything can come against Hops. So, I think I can fairly safely say, Hops, your new CRF1 champion, Season 3, 2022, in the final lap. He clenched it, and that is...
So, I've rechecked the math. Because of Trixchance smashing Flo out around the last corner, that technically puts AlphaTauri ahead, but if Trixchance gets a penalty for killing Flo on the last corner, which he really should do because he literally just smashed him.
That's kind of funny.
It should be a rebel one, so it's going to have to go to the Shields out.
We'll see. We will see, but I think we're pretty safe in saying that's your driver's champion for today. iHops, after a magnificent season full of ups and downs, takes his 4th Grand Prix victory, and just, you can, it's over.
A new world champion. That makes 3 now. 2 make it 4.
It's over.
And I think well deserved as well. I think I think the consistency is given the key factor for Hops. I don't think you see Flo having a couple moments, but I think Hops throughout the whole season, consistently on the podium. No mistakes, keeping it nice and clean. So yeah, well done to him. I think very much deserved.
And that was just, I am just really happy to have finished another game with CRF. And we look forward through the many ups and downs of F122. We look forward on to F123. Hops, your new world champion for CRF1, new Tier 1 world champion. That makes 3. Now he just has to beat the records, right? I don't think anyone really beat your record of like 5 race wins in a row, by the way. So, good job. So, I mean, what is there really left to say? Welsh Jack does take the fastest lap for Aston Martin with a P4. And yeah, These are your unofficial results, but I highly doubt they're going to be changed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love doing this for you guys. It's been great. We'll see you back in 2 weeks for Tier 3. Friday, let's see. Friday, the... what?
Oh, yeah, Tier 3.
Timon left. Why did he leave? Bitch.
Who?
Timon. Where's the calendar? Where did we announce it? In news or what? Oh yeah, Tier 3, first round on... I closed out of it immediately. On the 23rd of June. And of course, Tier 1 with their first round on the 25th. Join me. And yeah, just join me. Maybe not Ryan. Probably someone else, but it's just been a great day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah. Later, Nick.